Model number NGS-Y244E, SKYRAIDER, standing at 15.2 meters tall, weighing 27.2 tons gross and 21 tons tear. This striker has no set shadow pilot and was made by the NG System Company for coverage of both ground and sky. SKYRAIDER is the Thalassic Federation's latest transformable striker, inspired by the well-renowned Valraven from the Signia Union, featuring a similar transformation system. Through this, SKYRAIDER is capable of switching to aircraft mode, enhancing its aerial mobility. SKYRAIDER excels in air-to-ground attacks thanks to its large payload for sustained ground target suppression. It was originally developed for the Federation Air Force as a bomber, but the Federation Army saw its advanced performance and began contending for its ownership, arguing that bipedal machines are for the armies, not the Air Force. Thanks to the adult version of Mum Said It's My Turn on the Xbox, the striker's development was heavily delayed, which resulted in it entering the export market first. Its name, SKYRAIDER, isn't even its actual name. The arms market gave it that nickname. We still don't know what its official military designated name is. The high-performance Chucha Viva Energy autocannon, developed by the Luther Marble Company. It is designed specifically for light to medium strikers to have access to decent energy damage. It utilizes a firing mode known as pulse irradiation, a technology which allows for the cannon to have some opposing traits. A lightweight design with low power consumption, but high firepower with an extended range, the trade-off being a slight reduction to its rapid-fire capabilities. Its weapon type is projectile, and it deals 6,000 damage for regular attacks, and 16,000 damage with charged attacks, taking 1.5 seconds to charge, matching the 1.5 second intervals between the volley of shots, with the shots having the special effect penetration, dealing partial damage to HP through the fluid armor. It mentions that the damage type becomes direct energy damage when charged. It can be used 6 times, due to taking 2 ammo per use and having 12 ammo, meaning it can only be used 4 times in an aerial assault mode which fires 3 shots rather than 2. It reloads shots one after another automatically, taking 3 seconds per round. It uses the projectile hit type and can target units up to 400 meters away. The Sewer Energy Missile, one of the most powerful light missiles in the Thalassic Federation's arsenal. The plasma missiles it fires cause explosions that deal continuous area damage that can harm allies within its area. It's not widely deployed, but it does have high praise amongst those that use it. Unlike similar light missiles, Sewer forgoes rapid-fire capabilities in favor of larger, more powerful warheads, though its choice of plasma blast warheads gives it the explosive power that rivals traditional heavy missiles. It is in the projectile weapon type grouping, dealing 39,000 damage when used, and sets up a 30-meter area of continuous damage, though the amount is unknown. Be careful though, as this area can damage allies as well. It can carry 2 rounds, taking 10 seconds per round to recover 1 shot, one after another, and is able to target enemies up to 400 meters away. The Chia jamming missiles, manufactured by Rexion, a renowned arms dealer. These jamming missiles feature advanced multi-target locking capabilities, allowing it to jam multiple targets simultaneously. These missiles are the primary self-defense tool of SKYRAIDER. Thanks to the jamming that will deploy upon reaching its destination, it can weaken heavy ion weapons, effectively defending against energy attacks often used in anti-aircraft weaponry. Of the functional weapon type, the jamming missiles are classified as dealing blast damage, but they do not have any damage shown, so it is likely to explain that they set up an area of interference that is 30 meters in radius. It has 6 rounds, but will always fire all 6 and then takes 8 seconds to reload the 6 rounds. They are able to target enemies up to 100 meters away, but if they are used with less than 6 units targeted or with none at all 6 will fire and will fly for 100 meters before exploding to create areas of interference randomly, rather than around enemies specifically. The Aerial Assault Module, Huitaka. This transformation module allows SKYRAIDER to show why it earned its nickname. Switching to a high-speed flight mode makes this striker perfect for rapid bombing missions as a tactical bomber, though the fact that it has both a biped form and an aerial assault form causes disputes between the Federal Army and Air Force. So this useful tool has only gone on to cause delays in the deployment by the Thalassic Federation's forces. When in aerial assault form, your boost meter will slowly drain, forcing you out of the mode when empty. You can move at 3 different speeds, draining at different rates: high, normal, and low. When flying, 2 drones will move alongside you that will destroy any incoming missiles to protect against anti-air weaponry. being capable of taking out 30 missiles, automatically reloading at a rate of 1 shot every 1 second. When flying, you will always be moving forwards. You cannot stop until you disengage the form, and when activated, it can be instantly deactivated. But when deactivated, it will take 1 second before it can be reactivated. This is due to how going into the form is near instant, but it takes 1 second to come back out of the form. Huitaka is of the transform ready weapon type. In this mode, you can fly at 3 speeds with 3 different energy costs. Max speed, going at 135 meters a second and costing 680 energy a second. Cruise speed, going at 115 meters a second, costing 470 energy a second. And low speed, going at 95 meters a second, costing 320 energy a second. When moving, it can also move laterally at 65 meters a second and vertically at 65 meters a second. It also has a stat called max vertical move energy, being at 1000 a second, and this is likely the energy used to move at high speeds directly up or down. Dodging to the side using an aerial roll will cost 1650 energy, and using a loop in the same fashion as Falcon costs 2000 energy. Both of these things will cause lock-on immunity for 0.2 seconds, basically just deactivating it before it can instantly lock onto SKYRAIDER again, but this brief pause can be used to escape incoming attacks. It also releases 2 CIWS drones, the anti-missile ones that Tricera has, but while they still reload at 1.5 seconds per shot and take 1 second to shoot, they can only have 30 shots as opposed to the usual 40, likely a measure to ensure that they are lighter and can keep up with SKYRAIDER's high speeds. The Bot Chica Missile Dispenser, one of the iconic heavy aerial ammunitions of the Thalassic Federation. After hitting the designated coordinates, the missile dispenser will release a large number of micro-missiles that deal blast damage to all enemy units within range, being able to target up to 10 enemies, making it particularly suitable for suppressing clustered enemy forces. The dispenser it launches also has plenty of internal space, making it commonly used for airdropping supplies to ground forces in emergencies, earning this weapon the nickname Ice Cream Truck among Federation soldiers. It can only be activated when in flight mode, making sure that SKYRAIDER is perfect for the bombing runs it was designed for. It is of the projectile weapon type, and each of its missiles deal 2,800 blast damage, with a blast radius of 20 meters. SKYRAIDER has a capacity of 2 of these being prepared at once, with them being reloaded one after another, taking 10 seconds to prepare one. They will target up to 12 enemies at once, releasing 12 missiles and splitting them up between the enemies it is locked onto, being up to 250 meters away from SKYRAIDER, who locks on and sends out the data to the dispenser when fired. Overall, this unit is best at utilizing hit and run tactics to deal with groups of enemies by putting up smoke screens to stop energy attacks and destroying missiles to deal with ballistics, while moving too fast for other weapons to be able to hit. SKYRAIDER is able to avoid any damage for a short period of time in order to launch a barrage of missiles and bursts of lasers before flying away to escape from any harm. And remember, while you don't get to spiral down like Falcon does, due to this being entirely a plane while Falcon has legs to land on, you can still use high speed plus evade plus ascend or descend to do a loop-de-loop to avoid attacks.